electric window.
Mm-hmm. With a beautiful tree.
With the beautiful tree, yes. We've been waiting all spring for that thing to
In fact, Jennifer, why don't you just shoot the tree?
Then I've also got basically, which is just, I mean, here's our cutout.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, through the computer, I can actually marry the two together and come up with a nice, clear shot of both her eyes are blinking, her and the background around her. From there, I can throw in her name and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff is saved in the computer, makes it quicker for me. You know, like for your show, I've got your name already pre-done up, ready to go. I've stopped trying to spell council people's and mayor's names, so I've got those stored in the computer so I can spin them up really quick. But it's amazing. When I started here, this technology almost didn't exist. It was something they were just starting to get into, and now 95% of what we do is all computer. What we do is we, like when we shoot your show will be taped.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll take it, spit it into the computer, throw on the graphics, the opening music, stuff like that, spit it back out to tape. And we do run a 2-hour tape, basically a standard home tape that we just loop our programming in, and we just interrupt every 3 hours to intersperse the show over Channel 12. It'd be nice, you know, down the road to be able to go to DVD, then we can pick and choose exactly, you know, well, we want this show to, you know, start this time, these shows start differently. Right now, we're kind of forced to just roll one after the other.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's the technology we're looking at, just to try to, you know, bring us a little bit farther, make us more accessible to the residents, you know, pick and choose better timing for some of our programming to make it more worthwhile.
Yeah, because our segment is normally 1, 4, 7, and 10. Then you start over again, 1, 4, 7, and 10.
AM and PM. So 4 o'clock in the morning, if you're home bored, kick us on. We're there.
We're there.
And actually, I've gotten some calls from third shifters who like that fact because, you know, they're home
sure.
nights and they get a chance to catch up with what's going on. So it's...
People do watch the channel, and I've heard a lot of favorable comments over the years. You know, some don't like what I look like and things along that line, but that's life and living, you know. But they are watching it, and they are getting information from it, which is what we're really trying to do.
That's the key. You know, we may not be getting into, you know, Carl Monday kind of stuff.
No.
But that's not our job.
No.
You know, we are part of the city, just like the building department, just like the recreation department.
Right.
Our job is to make them look good.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're pulling that.
That's one thing you've seen, too, that some of the council people, along with the mayor, when they're addressing an issue, they'll bring the person responsible within the city for solving this concern or handling this problem. And, you know, you've gotten right to the source now.
Well, and that was one of the things when we changed. I mean, before we had the council connection and,
right.
you know, the mayor's corner, and those were good shows, but it didn't avail us the opportunities to bring in other people.
Right.
The On the Agenda to show is designed to be about the business of running the city.
Right.
And that allows us to bring in, like the Port Authority, like we've had.
Right.
Or
Salmon Association, Women's Club, and that.
Exactly. And hopefully there's a couple more agencies out there we'll get in touch with and get involved with and, you know, give them some access and let the residents know what's going on.
That's what we're trying to do. While we're on the subject, you're always advertising for, you know, people to come in and volunteer for this type of stuff. What are you really, besides we need camera people, although Jen's doing a great job here. We hope. We'll have to see. Well, you can make it happen. But, you know, what other type of people volunteer, warm bodies?
You know, anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you've got if you enjoy playing with graphics and you want to, you know, a graphic artist, something like that, you know, helping me come up with new backgrounds and stuff for the channel. If you want to be on camera, there's a couple ideas we're trying to kick around, like with the seniors and with, you know, PAL and stuff like that, where we can get you involved. Camera people or production assistants are always a need. Right now, we've got John, and he bounces around. We'll be doing a show, and he'll be in 3 different positions at one time, because that's the way, you know, our manpower is working. It would be nice to have 2 or 3 camera people in there and get everybody behind a camera to give us, you know, better control over what's going on in the studio.
And you can provide training.
Oh, and unfortunately, that's the only thing I can provide. I can provide training. I can, Jen's doing everything for resume material.
Yeah.
And
It's a great opportunity.
I give her a copy of every show. I
Sure.
critique her. We work on her delivery and stuff like that. It's just a way to help prepare her for when she eventually leaves.
Right.
I've got.
But Barbara Walters is still there, so it's going to be a couple more days.
Well, she'll definitely find herself someplace.
Oh, sure.
I've gotten a chance to work with her now for a couple of months, and it's good to see some of the progressions that she's made, and yet at the same time, she's very professional in what
Oh, yeah.
she does. And
Very fortunate to have her.
between her professionalism and her creativity with her writing and stuff, she's gonna find herself a little mom and pop station somewhere, and they're gonna love her, and she's gonna progress from there. Once she can get network exposure, there's not gonna be any stopping her.
No, that'll be great.
And that's that's been my livelihood. I mean, I've got one cameraman who started volunteering with me years ago. He's now a shooter for Channel 3. I've got my partner who actually worked here for a number of years, Dave Messino, who now is head of the videography department for a station in Kentucky. These are all people that started as volunteers,
Sure.
just, coming and helping out, and they've progressed to a point where they're now, very professional in what they're doing.
No, it's a fun experience. I enjoy it, and we have a good group here. Have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, the group could be bigger, so.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in.
There's room, and that's all we can go. And listen, thank you again for
Right.
appearing on camera. Hopefully, we'll find your soul. Thank you, Jen, for the wonderful job I'm sure you've done with that camera. This is kind of like amateur's day. We'll see the difference between when the boss gets behind the camera as opposed to in front of the camera. And thank you for joining us, and make it a great week.
My name is John Ruth. I'm Chief of Police for the City of Eastlake. I'd like to take a moment and talk to you a little bit about our PAL program. We began PAL in 1995 as a juvenile crime prevention program. The idea was to improve the relationship between the police department and the kids in the community. Almost immediately, PAL was a success. The kids wanted to meet and know the officers. The officers saw the kids in a different way. Since that beginning, PAL has grown to become an ongoing program within the department, which operates its own recreation center at Old Kennedy Junior High on Glen Drive. Our goal now is to build a recreation center which will provide a whole range of activities for the kids. There are those who say, why is this the job of the police department? Why not? But it's not just a job for us, it's a job for all of us in the community. PAL is a partnership between the police, the kids, and the community. It's all of us working together for the future. After all, the kids are the future. The kids deserve our time. Take a few minutes to learn what PAL is about, and we think you will support us.
I'm Sergeant Lauren Hurst.
And I'm Officer Don Little.
We'd like to thank you for your continued support of the Eastlake Police Activities League.
Come